Smazeni Lamine, and of course we are back here with another video. So guys, remember to like, share, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So today is the 29th of January, probably the last and first week of February 2023. So we've got like some really interesting things they are going to be happening on this coming week. So far, first we have the Federal Reserve interest rates decision, and also we do have the NFP event that is going to be taking place on Friday, and also we will be trading live the NFP event in Durban this coming Friday, the 3rd of February 2023. So make sure that you do come through, guys. You do come through, open a live account with Global GC with the link that is here on this video, and then you can come participate and trade the live NFP with us. So guys, remember that these videos are mainly for educational purposes, not trading or investment advice. So this week we have the Federal Reserve interest rates decision. The Fed is has been signaling that they are willing to slow down on the rate hike cycle, but like they are going to increase interest rates, but much more on a slower pace rather than the aggressive pace that they have been doing like previously, like those 75 basis points, those 50 basis points. But now the Fed is looking at maybe to increase interest rates when maybe about 25 basis points, which is like 0.25 percent increased, in line with what the South African government, the South African Reserve Bank did the previous week. That they did increase the repo rate with 25 basis points, which like the previous rate hike was 75 basis point, but now it is increased in a slower pace, of which it was 25 basis points there. So guys, on the menu here today, we have Bitcoin, we have the dollar index, we have the NAS 100s, we have the S&P, we have the euro dollar, and then we have GBPUSD, and also we have USDZAR, and then on the South African JSE we have TRUWORTHS, PPC, the FOSCHINI group, Mr. Price, and then we're gonna look at lastly, which is PEPKOR, which is the PEPKOR group. So if we check out the price of Bitcoin here, Bitcoin has been up about in the past 7 days. It moved up about 10%, but now the market has been retracing there on Bitcoin, but now Bitcoin is trading close to $23,000, and then in just less than a month, Bitcoin was about below the 20,000 mark there, at around about $18,000 there. So now Bitcoin is trading a bit higher. So we see that the other coins as well, Ethereum, well, they have tried to move a bit higher in line with Bitcoin, but like as we know that the same penguin feed story actually pulled some people away from crypto. So the people who are actually moving the crypto markets are the big guys in crypto, like the crypto whales are the ones that are actually moving money, or actually moving the markets at this particular time and place. So if you look at the charts here of Bitcoin, we might see that Bitcoin itself has been stuck on this range that is here. It has been stuck on this range where it's here at between 16,000 and 18,000, and now it suddenly popped up to 23,000 here. So we might actually see maybe a slight put back to 20,000, and then maybe Bitcoin might reach the $30,000 level. So some people are anticipating that Bitcoin will reach 110,000. Okay, those prices, they can happen, but like not at a fast pace that it had happened previously before. Why am I saying that? Because like previously we've seen a boom here on the crypto market. Look at how these moves were massive. You see like these big weekly moves, these ones were massive. Not in line like the ones like the pre-COVID ones here in 2019. You see the Bitcoin was moving, but like not after the COVID-19. Look at these moves that were here. So 30,000 Bitcoin is on the cards. It will happen, but like at a slower, much more slower pace, rather than at a faster pace. So if we look at the US dollar index, which is DXY, so the story of the dollar index, we have been seeing that markets have been moving higher, but the dollar has been moving lower. We've seen that the dollar has been moving lower since it touched the 114, 115 dollar handle mark there. So the US dollar has been weakening almost for 2 months now. So we've seen that now the dollar is at a make or break level. So we might see the dollar trading to the $100 mark or below the $100 mark, or it might retrace to 103 or to 105. So what might actually happen this coming week, we might see where everything in the US is moving in the same direction, where the dollar maybe moving higher. Also the stock market as well moves in the same direction as the dollar. It moves higher as well, because like the Fed, when they increase the rates with the 25 basis points, it will be a bit softer than the aggressive rate hike that they have been doing in the past months of 75 basis points. So we might actually see the stock markets actually moving higher, and also the dollar actually moving in the positive territory instead of moving in the opposite direction, where the stock market goes higher and then the US dollar goes lower. So we might have that we might have or witness something like that in this coming week per se. So if we look at the next 100, let's first check out the SPX. So if we are still on the stock side, the US dollar future, the S&P 500 futures, on our previous analysis, we did say that the futures were going to break this triangle pattern, which is right here. So it actually happened last week. So the S&P is actually broke this triangle pattern. So what we might expect here on the daily chart is that the market broke out. Now it has to retest this trend line, and then maybe the market will actually the market this week will maybe touch the 4,150 level, even as high as 4,270 handle there, depending how aggressive or how slow the Fed will actually increase their interest rates. So if you look at the next 100 here, so the story of the NAS is almost similar as the S&P 500, because like on our previous analysis, we did say on the weekly chart that the Nasdaq will push higher. As we said, if you look at this red line here, it did say that the Nasdaq will actually push higher and try to break out this structure that is right here. But there's this candle which is in the opposite direction, which might actually be a barrier on this market. But if it breaks this level, it has to come back and retest this structure here, and before it goes higher to 13,000. So far the Nasdaq is up 11% from its lows. From here it is actually up 11%. So year to date the Nasdaq in 2023 is actually up 11%, so which is actually very good, and actually a good indication whether markets are actually trying to stage a comeback here. So up 11%, a comeback is pretty much impossible on these markets per se. So the weekly chart is actually telling us that markets are going in the positive territory, because we have seen that CEOs of these large corporations, some of them are actually taking half of their paychecks here, or half of their bonuses, because like American companies, they actually pay bonuses in January. So the CEO of Goldman Sachs, which is David Solomon, if I'm not mistaken, he said like he's going to take a pay cut from his massive salary there. So most companies are cutting, are laying off, are cutting jobs. Microsoft is the biggest one, which cut 11,000 jobs. So that's pretty huge. And then Amazon as well also laid off a couple of workers there. So some CEOs are actually taking half of their pay, and instead of taking a huge paycheck, because like back in 2008 they actually got criticized when they took a huge payday in a time where the market was actually going down, but they actually took a huge payday back in 2008 and the financial crisis. So if you look at the euro dollar here, so the story of Euro USD is pretty much the opposite of the US dollar index. So we are seeing that the US dollar actually broke this level later right here. So this is a daily chart. So euro dollar, this was a level which was a barrier, so it's actually broke. So now it's trading above this level, which is 0.765. so we might see euro dollar retesting this level and maybe trying to push as high as 1.11523 there. So if the story of GBP USD, so this is just a simple analysis of euro USD. So if you want an in-depth analysis, you should join my private channel, because like I post charts every day. I post charts and signals every day, like 3 or 4 signals depending on how the market is offering us on the particular day. It's either we post a scalp, or it's either we post a chart that we trade that we're going to hold for a couple of days or something like that. So the story of GBP USD here, so there's actually here your GBP USD is trading at this level here, which is a barrier here. So if GBP USD breaks this level, we might see the 1.2670 level, even as high as the 1.2950 level. So the 1.2388 level is trading it now, because we did say that Societe Generale last week told us that GBP USD will go to that level, and then I did announce that that thing here on this channel as well, and GBP USD actually hit this level. So if we continue to look at USDZAR, our own USDZAR, so USDZAR on the weekly charts, as continuation of our previous analysis, we did say that USDZAR is trading inside this range, this triangle pattern. So it did break the triangle pattern and then actually closed inside the triangle pattern at 17,014 cents. So 1750 is still a barrier, but the 18 rand 50 level will be touched, and 1920, and then as high as the 20 bucks level. So as much as this is really sad for average South Africans, but what has been happening on the other side, on the stock market side, the JSE actually reached an all-time high this week. As much as all the other markets in the world have been underperforming, but the JSE is the only market globally that has reached an all-time high. So something really interesting is happening. Like, average citizens are suffering with interest rate hikes and inflation plus load shedding, but the wealthy 1% is actually making money there in the stock market. So it's actually interesting what is happening there on the JSE side. So if we look at PPC, so PPC, our previous updates on PPC, this was our high liquidity zone. So it actually bounced off this level. So you might see PPC going to 4.27, even as high as 6.38. If this level doesn't hold, it can be extended to 9 bucks. So that might take a couple of years, it might take a couple of months. It depends on whether maybe infrastructure in South Africa or maybe someone orders cement, even maybe government contracts are trying to improve, or the government improves on legislature there as well when it comes to companies buying cement from South Africa, or companies or the government, because the last year they did say that there was a legislature that was passed in parliament that only South African companies will be allowed to sell cement to government projects. So if that piece of legislature still stands, maybe PPC will actually try to move higher. So the next one we're going to look at TRUWORTHS, which is TR. So the story of TRUWORTHS here, it has been trading inside this range. We have seen that it has been trading inside this range for almost 2 years. So now we might actually see TRUWORTHS breaking this range. 73 rand is on the cards, 82 bucks, even as high as 92 rand there a share. So the next one is the FOSCHINI group, which is TFG. So the story of TFG, we might see TRUWORTHS actually moving as higher, 141, 147, and 20 bucks there. So the last one is PEPKOR, which is PPH. So retailers, guys, have been crushed because like people haven't been able to afford like some basic materials. So but maybe this year things might actually change. So PEPKOR again, which is one of the largest retailers in South Africa, 23 rand, we might see PEPKOR moving there, 276 rand, and then as high as 318 rand. So guys, that's pretty much about it for today. So remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, these videos are mainly for educational purposes, not trading or investment advice. As I said that this year I'll try to do more content, more real world content that we see in pretty much every day in our trading or in our lives here as well. So thank you and goodbye and God bless.